Hello everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. I, Miss Amruta Kulkarni from MBA second year, extend my warm welcome to one all for our session on Union Budget 2022 and Future of Indian Economy by our today's guest of honor, Dr. Chandrasekhar Arunga sir. This event is organized by Finance Club of S.B.PATIL Institute of Management. The economy is the start and end of everything. You can't have successful education reform or any other reform if you don't have a strong economy. As very well said, a well planned budget is the utmost importance for any government to ensure economic stability and growth. So, when it comes to the budgeting, identifying areas of weakness helps the government to allocate resources in a useful and sustainable manner. So, briefing on this topic, today we have our today's guest of speaker, Dr. Chandrasekhar Aronkar sir. He will address us on the topic of Union Budget 2022 and Future of Indian Economy. Welcome you, sir. Now, may I introduce Dr. Aronkar sir. So, Sir is presently working as a professor and head of Department of Economics at National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla, Pune, since August 2016. Earlier, he worked as associate professor in Department of Economics at National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla, Pune. Sir has worked as a director of MBA department at Gyan College of Technology, Jabalpur. He also worked as a faculty member at three different universities like Gyan Institute of Technology and Science, Jabalpur, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad, and Maharshi University, Jabalpur. Having 28 plus years of experience in teaching, Sir has guided 6 PhD scholars and published 25 papers in journal and presented 50 papers in national and international conferences and seminars. Sir is a motivational speaker and has delivered lectures on leadership at various institutions. Having experience of establishment of three leading institutions, he is a successful team leader and institutional builder. So now I would like to hand over the session to you, sir. Thank you.
Very good afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for very good introduction of mine. At the outset, I extend my sincere thanks to the management of S.B.PATIL Institute of Management and your respected director, Dr. Kirti Dharwarkar Madam, and all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my views on union budget with the future managers of the country. Before I start on budget, which is a financial statement, which is a statement of receipts and expenditure of a government, which also expresses the vision of the government for the economy. I would like to take you to some of the important aspects of Indian economy and how this very important aspect of the Indian economy is visible to get very high importance in this budget. The Indian economy is basically going through two different transitions. One is knowledge-based development, which is known as knowledge economy, and other is demographic dividend, that is demographic transition. First, I will explain what is knowledge-based development or knowledge economy. Knowledge economy is the economy that creates, disseminates, and uses knowledge to enhance its growth and development. The concept of knowledge economy covers how any economy harnesses and uses new and existing knowledge to improve the productivity of agriculture, industry, and services and increase overall welfare. Knowledge economy encompasses all the jobs, companies and industries in which knowledge and capabilities of people rather than capabilities of machines or technology determines the competitive advantage. That means transition from agriculture to industry. There was a time of heavy industries. Now we are in the age where the artificial intelligence or with different type of ICT applications are there. And the role of human resource, the role of knowledge has become very prominent. India is entering in that economy. Another transition is demographic transition. The demographic transition means the combinations of birth and death rates changes the age structure. There was a time when people were discussing whether population is a hurdle to economic development. Some people were giving positive aspect of population as it covers the market and productive aspects, so it is good for economy. There were some people, those who were neutral to population and economic relationship. But when recent years, we found that one aspect of population change and its effect on age structure. Age structure means the different number of people in a specific age groups. It was found that this change of birth and death rates has resulted into a concept called demographic dividend. The demographic dividend is the accelerated economic growth that may result from a decline in a country's birth and death rates and the subsequent change in the age structure of the population. So what happens? Now we are in the situation, we are in the position where we have the largest working age group, where we have the largest number of young population, working population, 15 to 59. That means we have productive capacity. So it is expected that in 2036, 65% of India's population will be within this 15 to 59. At present also it is 62.5. Now, with this, two very important aspects. One is that the world is going through the knowledge-based development. India is joining to that global economic scenario. And one very important aspect of India's glorious past, Agnes Madison, in 2001, he has done a study of world economy, millennium study of world economy. He is from OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. He found that during first millennium, the contribution of Indian economy in the global GDP was 33%. And he said it is because of India's extraordinary knowledge capabilities during that time. And that gives us strength, that gives us real motivation to achieve it again. Now, one thing is that we have wonderful capacity or capabilities to join knowledge economy. Other way, we have demographic dividend situation where we have largest number of young population, productive capacity. These two combination with a very strong will of our country to be a developed economy, and present government also setting good targets for our economy to become a 5 trillion economy, to become a strong and developed nation in time to come, or you can say Jagat Guru of the world. You'll find that what are the positive aspects of Indian economy? With these two important transitions, what makes India a probable superpower or Jagat Guru? What is that? Well-functioning democracy. This is one of the best thing we have, because of this we have that capacity to implement our policies very effectively. And second is excellent pool of qualified young population. Indian young people are known for their extraordinary talent, capabilities, their own knowledge, their skills, and they have proved globally. You'll find that best of the brains are Indians. You'll find that Indians are at the top positions of world best companies, and they are actually contributing very significantly to the growth and development of those companies. So we have excellent pool of young people, young good market with large customer base. India is 135 crore population, where you will find such a good base of customers with good purchasing power, and that is the reason whole world is looking at India. Next is well-functioning money market and capital market. India is known for its change environment now. We have digitalization, we have wonderful ICT applications, and because of that, you will find that today we are in the position where you'll find that our money market, our banking system, our capital market, our share market is functioning so well. It is functioning at the most efficiency, and that is the way you'll find that our this market has attracted so many people domestically as well as internationally. We have well functioning ICT sector. You'll find that this internet information and communication technology, expansion of internet, digitalization, various mobile services, these all things are basically reaching to the even the remotest villages today. There was a time when people were having some doubts whether this mobile applications or mobile uses will reach us to the villages or not. Today you'll find that villagers are also using mobiles so effectively, and it can be easily judged by the number of mobile users, number of smartphone users, number of internet users, and it has reached to the you can say even the smallest village of the country. So this is one of the most important things. Then we have good educational institutions. India is known for its education. We have very good IITs, IIMs, NITs, then ISCs, and so many other institutions which are specialized institutions which are providing world-class education. And the outcome, the products of these institutions are contributing to entire global economy. So that is very important. And then lastly, knowledge of mathematics, science, and technology. These are the very important basic positive aspect of where we can join knowledge economy. Then what are some, there are certain challenges. What challenges we are facing today in the economy? Unemployment. Because COVID is one of the reasons for which we are suffering very severely for last 2 years because of COVID. What has happened? The entire economy is suffering. The productive activities are production activities have suffered. Small sector, this medium, micro, small and medium scale industries have suffered. So most of the areas they have suffered severely because of COVID, and it has resulted into unemployment. Not only that, construction or other activities of the nation have also been suffered adversely, and because of that what has happened, unemployment is very high at present. Secondly, inflation. What has happened? Inflation is very high in the country. Maybe the reason, again I'll say, because of the because of this COVID scenario and its effect on the production and productivity of the country. So inflation is also one of the reasons. Third is poverty and income disparity. What has happened? We have tried our level best to develop the economy in a very systematic way. But what has happened? Because of certain reasons, there is an outcome of poverty. There is an outcome of still a large number of people live in below poverty line, and COVID has contributed to that also. Income disparity. The recent Oxfam report you might have heard that it shows that how income disparity available in India. So these are the very important challenges before us. Next is infrastructure development. If we want to develop our nation, if we want to become a Jagat Guru or we want to become a super economy, we have to develop infrastructure at the world class level, and we have to reach to the even the remotest place of the country. We had to reach to the villages, and we had to connect the entire economy. Then health facilities. What has been experienced during the time of COVID, that our health facilities, though we could manage COVID very well, very efficiently. India has proved its capacity or capabilities in the vaccination, but still at some point of time when the impact was very high, it was felt that we should extend our health facility even much more to the people, so that all the entire economy or entire people of the country can be connected to it. Then education facilities. Again, there is a need for change the our system of education. So new education policy, which is very effective, and time to come it is going to be implemented. So, and how that right from primary education to the top education, how we can change it, and also with the change shift in the entire education methodology or pedagogy, with no physical classes, no contact classes, we have shifted to the new technology. And there is a, you can say, there is a problem of poor people, villagers, how these issues are there. These are also a very important challenges. Now, what we should do to address this issue, keeping in view the knowledge economy possibilities prospects with the given condition of demographic dividend and aspiration of India and government efforts to become a superpower of developed economy in the world. What are these things? Before I'll come, because I want to give you this background so that when you see the budget, you will find that how appropriately government has addressed all these issues. What is important if we want to achieve the maximum out of this knowledge based development and the demographic changes transition? First is development of infrastructure. It's very important that we have to develop our infrastructure, roads, ports, airports, telecommunication, power, all these are very important infrastructure for economy, and that has to be developed. Secondly, agriculture and rural development. It's very important. Agriculture and rural development is one of the most important thing. Even today, you'll find that 65% of people lives in villages. Even today, very large number of people are depending on agriculture. It's need. We should connect rural areas. We should make them self-sufficient, and we have to reach to the each and every villages. All the facilities, all the infrastructure for agricultural agricultural marketing, agricultural finance has to be developed. That is what is required. Employment opportunities, because when young people are there, they are capable, they are competitive, they want to work, they want to join the economic activities. They need to be given prospective employment. They should be given the opportunity for employment so that they can contribute when they are in the position of contribution to the nation. Then expansion of ICT services. We have to expand our ICT services, which is very good at present also, but with the change environment, with the latest technologies of various new things coming to the fields, we have to keep entire economy updated with the latest changes, whatever is happening in this information and communication technology. And we have to make it more applicable to not only to few areas, but it has to reach to almost all the sectors of the economy. Then promotion to entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs means the actual change agents of development. They bring the development to the economy, and therefore there are lot many talents in the fields of information technology, artificial intelligence, various types of you can say new way of technologies are coming, where you will find that Indians are extraordinarily contributing. They need to give a platform where these technologies, their ideas, their entire new product development can be converted into a new business opportunities, and that is very important. Then promotion of export oriented industries. There are certain areas, there are certain products, there are certain you can say goods and services where India has competitive edge to the entire global economy, and that need to be developed in a proper shape. Then education and skill development. We have to think from, as new education policy is wonderfully implemented, it is going to have its results in time to come. But we need to focus it, and we have to ensure that how this education and skill development can be actually become a productive aspect of the Indian economy. And we have to focus on the new education, the skill development, which can directly be applied in the productive capacity or the development of the economy. Efficiency in administration. Still, we need to, though the digitalization is there and so many things have been changed in the economy, you'll find that so many good things have happened. We found that so many in this license or this passport or banking transfers or money transfer or bookings of various railway or air, all these so many things have changed, but there are still so many areas where we need to have there are certain administrative hurdles which need to be addressed. And last point is emphasis on R&D and innovation. India, if we want to join the knowledge economy, knowledge based development, we need to focus on research and development. And also we have to go for innovations, because research and development innovations are the base for future economies. Now, what was the idea before giving you the background? See the transitions happening, see the changes are happening in the economy, and see the opportunities, and how beautifully, how perfectly government has addressed these issues. Government could have gone for a populous budget, which could be attracting the future, because five states elections are there. But I will say, as a student of economics, that government has worked on the fundamentals of economics, where government has tried to give the basic issues which are very important for the Indian economy. Now, what with this background of requirement, what India challenges before Indian economy, opportunities before Indian economy, and how we can become a superpower, or you can say develop economy in time to come. What what this budget provides, what this budget is offering, what various proposals of budgets are there, which are going to be very important for Indian economy time to come. Now, one, they have introduced PM Gati Shakti. What is that? Because they have seven engines of which are very important: roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways, and logistic infrastructure. Now, these are the basic things, and you'll find that it has worked so well for last so many years. These roads are wonderfully developed in India. And still, there are requirement to develop it at the world class level. So very well they have focused on developing this. And what national master plan aimed at world class modern infrastructure and logistics synergy. They have proposed to complete 25,000 kilometer national highways in 22-23. 1 year, 25,000 kilometers, and that too with the most modern and high tech system. So when all these things are supposed to be developed, keeping in view the global standards, automatically it affects the efficiency, it affects the productivity, it affects it reduces the cost of per this for the vehicles to run. Also, it creates the employment. Secondly, they have unified logistic interface platform allowing data exchange among all the modes of operations. Open source mobility stake for seamless travel of passengers, multi-modal logistic parks through PPP, public-private partnership model. So what they are doing, they are developing various models, various areas where all this logistic, packaging, labeling, transportation, combination of transportation, booking of so all these things which is related to very swiftly and efficiently transportation of goods to one place to another place, shifting of raw material, can be easily and efficiently and cost effectively done, so that time is very important. What could have been reached by 1 week, if it is done within 3 days, that 3 days 4 days saving is the biggest time and biggest economic gain for the nation. So efficiency is there. Then what they are doing, another thing is integration of postal and railways network. facilitating parcel movement. What happens? Post office is one of the most important, you can say, aspect of even today the Indian economy, and railway. These two important government organization, government is utilizing it, so that so many things which are people are sending from here to there, if it is integrated, you'll find that they can develop it in a very effective way. One station, one product. They are going to identify the various places where they have speciality or special aspect of that particular station. For example, Agra, it is known for Petha, or some likewise. So Firozabad, that Chudi is famous. Likewise, so wherever these products are famous of that particular place, that one station, one product means there will be special attention of how this swiftly and how efficiently these products can be shifted from one place to another, so that the quantum of market, the reach of that market can be it can be extended to the country. So there will be a new way of you can say new way of connectivity can be developed, and the business people can get a better opportunity for future. Then 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains. They are going to have new trains which can connect the various places of importance of tourism or business opportunity, so that efficiently we can focus on the prospective business of the country. We can focus on the prospective development of the various stations, various places which can be converted into a most possible tourism places or economic prospective productive units. Then another thing is that multimodal connectivity between mass urban transport and railway stations. They are going to have this metro to the various places and connecting it, so that there will be a huge connectivity of all type of transports. You can have railways, you can have metros, you can have buses, you can have for buses very good level of the high and most modern highways with most modern facilities, so that what happens, anybody who wants to travel from one place to another place, person or product or raw material or technology, whatever it may be, or finished products or agriculture produce or raw material for farmers or raw material for industry, these things all can be wonderfully exchanged, transferred, reached to the one place to another place, so that the very important time of transportation, producing items can be reduced, and also cost can be reduced, so that it will be reflected into the efficient products and very prospective economic growth. So this is the way you will find that this PM Gati Shakti, so they want to make India a hub of all the possible transport facilities. They want to maximize the possibility of using the technology, so that all the transporters, all the service providers, they can be properly used in a one way, with different portals, with different ICT technologies, with digitalization, so that you'll find that this is what knowledge economy. When the information is available, when data is available, when service providers are ready, when receivers of services are ready, but there was no coordination. So what government is doing, developing such models which is two way. One is that infrastructure which is physically developed, and other is this intelligence, where you'll find that all this data, all this information, what happens, there are people those who are available for labeling, there are packaging people are available, there are people those who are ready to transport. Sometimes you will find that you may think that I may transport through surface, this road surface level or road transport, but they found that it is much effective if you go with waterways or if you go with airways. And between all these airways, waterways, highways, if they are coordinated properly, you will find that the end user gets the most efficient and cost effective services, and that is the idea this government is doing. Then agriculture and food processing is very important. As I told you, agriculture is required to be developed, and instead of only one thing, that shifting people from rural to urban, it is good that we make we focus on agriculture, we focus on rural areas and make them sufficient, make them self-reliant, make them effective, so that agriculture also become profitable. Agriculture activities also become an attractive job opportunity, so that we can really have a wonderful productivity in agriculture also. What they are doing, promoting chemical-free natural farming and starting with farmers land close to river Ganga. So see the beautiful vision. One is that people are having towards the use of you can say organic farming or chemical free produce, and secondly why they are using it belts of Ganga, so that this it's when it reaches to Ganga, it also pollutes them. So that it's a two-way. One is that pollution of Ganga river will be stopped indirectly, and secondly, promoting this organic farming, or you can say chemical-free farming, there will be much more demand for such products in the domestically as well as globally. Then promoting post-harvest value addition, consumption, and branding of millet products. So millet products, or you can say this our different type of food grains which we are using. These are considered to be very good for health, and you'll find it this jowar, bajra, nachni, and all types of various types of these food grains are considered very good for health. So if such products are given importance, you will find that time to come these farmers will get a good this revenue out of these types of products they have produced. Finance for startups in agriculture and rural areas. This includes technology support. What they are doing, because India is one of the highest producer of fruits, we have very good opportunity to develop agro-based industries. We have very good opportunity to develop this fruit convert it into various types of final products. So that what is required, we have to develop various startups, various small sector units, so that these agriculture produce, if they are converted into various prospective products, so it is going to be not only domestically, globally a good market for India. So also government has started how this finance can be given to such startup, not only finance, technological support, so that people can learn, people can earn, technology can be given, and also such type of small sector businesses can become a future importance to the agriculture. Then importance to oil seeds. India is a very high consumer of these pulses and also the oil seeds. But what happens? This we are importing oil seeds, we are importing pulses. So government is giving importance to oil seeds, so that we become self-reliant in oil, edible oil also. So this is very important. Then agriculture and food processing, delivery of digital and high-tech services to farmers in PPP model. What farmers are required today, they have to be connected with technology. They have to be connected with most modern roads. They have to be connected with their digital aspect of their business, so that they can get good advice, they can get good prices, they get good information, they get good research and innovation ideas, so that agriculture also become a most modern business in India today. So that is the idea. That's why government is using drone technology. Drones are used for different type of you can say information regarding the crop, any type of pesticides or any type of fertilizer or any type of the effect of nature or climate on this our agriculture produce. So they this farm this harvest, that drone will get the data and it will help, so that accordingly there can be a easy and very effective way these policies of this remedies or any type of help from the government side can be extended to farmers. Then another important thing, as I told you, organic farming is important, government is planning for that, and also government has decided in this budget to purchase a high level of purchases or record purchases on the MSP, so that these farmers get good prices for their produce. Education. Education, basically government has decided about Universalization of quality education. New education policy has given wonderful directions for implementation of new education aspects. How we can go for educating people, how different levels of schools, this middle schools, high schools, and university level, everything is perfectly and very systematically designed. Now time has come how this budget can implement those things. Also, as I told you, how this connecting our technology, how this knowledge can be disseminated, that all has been very well drafted in this budget, and proposals are given. And I'm sure that the policies implemented will results into wonderful achievements of our Indian economy. One class, one TV channel program to be expanded to 200 TV channels. Now, what happened? Because of this COVID, this need has been felt for connecting various places by this ICT technology, so that we can educate people of different areas. So, what happens? This TV channels for TV channels, and every village will have a TV. Every there will be a local in local languages, there will be programs, good quality e-content, e-labs, and all type of, you can say, ICT based education facilities will be extended. And what will be the result? It will reach us to the even remotest place of the country. So what will happen? There will be what you say when we say education, the technological divide is there. When some people are having accessibility to good knowledge, some people have, because poor people are unable to connect it due to the technology problem, or because of the financial problem. Now government has ensured that even the every village will have this facility, and they want that with the help of TV channels, with the various local languages or regional languages, they will ensure that all the good quality education reaches to even the remotest villages. Then new types of, you can say, virtual labs or e-labs, whichever this type of thinking, this type of critical thinking, or you can say different stimulated learning environments, all these are the newer way of learning are introduced in India, so that every student, every future scientist or doctor or any professional, he gets a very good quality education in the country. The concept of digital university, and they are going to establish a world class quality universal education for world class university of digital university, they have proposed. So having digital university, that means it will have its wider coverage, and it will provide opportunity for education to anybody, whichever part he is. He can access to quality education, very highly professional and highly research out content, and that will be available for all of us. So that is what a good, you can say, initiative government has given. Then high quality e-content. So what happens? Because what happens, there are two things in education. Uh, one is that all the best educators or teachers cannot be available everywhere. Secondly, it is not possible that you can have everywhere availability of teachers, availability of technology, availability of good qualitative contents of this material of study. So what has happened because of this digitalization, because of this ICT based education, because of this development of new e-content, e-labs or creative thinking, what will happen once a good content is developed, that can be made available to all. Because of technology, one, there will be a different types of combinations of people. Somebody is good at mathematics, somebody is good at science, somebody in within mathematics, different type of, he is good in, say, one aspect of mathematics, somebody is good in other aspect of mathematics. So all these people of different expertise of the country can be now can be part of development of our all the student community. So this is very important, and you will find that this is going to be implemented in the country time to come. Then skill development. What is important, what government is thinking, how this our idea of digitalization, idea of technology, idea of ICT based skill development can be implemented, so that you'll find that the skill development which is required to be a part of entire economic development, or a very important aspect of economic development, can be implemented so that it becomes a tool for our this important employment generation to time to come. So skill development at various level, skill development rural level, skill development at district level, all these areas, skill development activities to be connected. Secondly, it can be, they are talking about Desh Stake e-portal, so that everybody can be given proper skill development opportunity, and you'll find that time to come that skill development becomes an important aspect of India's economy. And they are going to introduce the requirement of skills at various places, so that according to the local needs, the skills can be provided, so that various talents or various people of various area can have opportunity to contribute to the economic development. Health is one of the most important issue, and which needs to be addressed properly, and government has shown a very positive aspect in this, and especially as it is a case of education, where you find that this many experts, similarly case of health also, good doctors, good medical scientists, good experts, time to come with the wonderful expansion of medical facilities and education we will have. But in the meantime, when we need good medical facilities, where all the people of nation requires good health, uh, then it's very important that government has introduced national digital health ecosystem, just which will help to reach to the, wherever possible, this health facility will reach to everybody. So with the help of technology, good doctors, good experts can be available, and also this will digital health system will have data of various people, and this will help to have a better and a systematic and will point synchronized medical system applicable to the entire country. Then national tele mental health program will be launched for quality counseling. So what happened during this COVID time, or other way also, we need to address, because of the new economic environment, or the technological changes, or various influences are there, and especially COVID time, some unemployment problem or poverty problem likewise. So there is a mental stress is there. So this is temporary, but we need to address it very systematically, scientifically, with the proper understanding. So government has introduced a new system which will help, because when we are strong physically and mentally, we can be better contribute to the nation. Then integrated architecture, mission Shakti, mission Vatsalya, Saksham, Aganwadi and Poshan, so that also, because we have wonderfully control our this infant mortality rate, we have control over this deaths of women during pregnancy, because of all this, and also we have taken care of our children, we have taken care of our this future mothers. All this is wonderfully done. So for that, government has introduced extended various programs which takes care of mothers, which takes care of women during pregnancy, post pregnancy, and also giving them proper you can say medical, food and different type of supports. Also, now we'll be discussing about how this government is thinking about productivity enhancement and investment, ease of doing business. Now, what happens when you invite people, when you ask people to join, when you invite for foreign direct investment, or when you go for facilitating our own entrepreneurs, or our own new generation entrepreneurs to join the business, it is important that we should provide them very comfortable investment opportunities, and also giving them very ease of doing business. You'll find that government has introduced expanding scope of Parivesh portal, so that government has developed certain portal where you'll find that establishing business, doing your business, or your various aspects of business can be made very easy, and you'll find that it is going to be implemented. Already it is there, but it is going to be implemented in a more effective way. Also, government has introduced IT based management of land records, so that India, as I told you, is a place of agriculture, place of rural areas, and land records need to be properly digitalized, properly systematically developed. So government is doing for that. Also, government is working of e-bill system or utilizing survey bonds for in the government procurement, support to 5G. 5 this we are going to have 5G network, and how it is going to be an important aspect of time to come, so that it will help in various ICT based development, various digitalization, banking system, railways, aviation, and all other aspects of services will be improved. Not only that, it will also help in research and development in academia, so that it becomes a very important tool. Similarly, opening of defense R&D for industry starts from academia. So what happens? They are also opening this defense aid for the purpose of research and development for industry, startups, and all. Similarly, you'll find that ease of living. So what government feels, one side, business people should have very important and very this efficient way of doing the business. Similarly, people should also have very good quality life, and they should also feel that this infrastructural development, all these facilities and services are giving us our life very comfortable. So what government has done, going to do, they are going to introduce a chip embedded e-passport, so that one side government has given various facilities so that passports can be developed now very efficiently, very effectively, and very less time. Secondly, now they are going to use technology, so that this passport becomes very important, you can say very important, so that it is also it can be easily be added to technology, so that it will help to have a basic good facilities for the people. Also, government is thinking about changing the town and country planning schemes or building bylaws, so that automatically so many problems which people face in the transfer of property or purchase or and different laws, it can be easily changed, so that there will be no problem in purchasing or selling or having the different types of you can say this properties and different lands and all in the urban areas. Similarly, establishing center for excellence in urban planning, because now what happens, we are going to have almost 15 years to 30 20 years time, we are going to have almost 50% of our population will be say by 2040 or so, we'll have some 45 percent to 50% our population will be urban. So urban planning will be a very important aspect, because development of urban centers is not enough. Making life so comfortable, planning our future cities, planning our future requirements, addressing all probable future problems, government has thought of that. And also they are going to have research and development and education on urban planning, so that people can have a better life. So also, because we are shifting to electrical vehicles, so one of the most important aspect of is battery swapping. So government is going for a new policy, providing a battery swapping policy as an alternative to setting up charging stations in the urban areas, so that if you have requirement of battery, your battery is exhausted, you change it, they will give you new battery, so that you'll find that this circular this activities will help and motivate the people to have electrical vehicle, so that it will affect the this our environment also. All these are the very interlinked. If you see, if I started with knowledge economy, and so you'll find that things are going to change. So financing of investment. Now what another thing is importantly is financing of investment. What government is doing, public investment to continue to pump private investment and demand in 2023. Introduction of digital rupee by RBI starting 20 to 23. What we are going to have, we are going to have digital rupee. So government of India, this RBI is going to have a digital currency which will have its own impact on time to come on economy, which will facilitate the business, which will facilitate the transaction so efficiently, and also this will be a very good authorized digital currency, which will have its very positive impact in the Indian economy time to come. Also, infrastructure status for data centers and energy storage system. Government is also giving importance to various projects of solar energy. It is also giving importance to green technology. It is also giving importance to various types of things which can make the India a very pollution-free economy and also having a better economic activities. Also, measures to add investment by venture capital and private equity investment. When we are developing various types of startups, we are asking people to we are motivating youngsters and various entrepreneurs to go for self you can say self development and investment of new opportunities of business in a small sector. We need venture capitalists, so government is also developing a system where this venture capitalist can be a part of our system. So also, also government is giving importance to sunrise sectors, the upcoming sectors of Indian economy, which are going to have a future of economy. So also government is giving green bonds to mobilize resources for green infrastructure. So focus is on very important global concerns for this for the entire climate change, for the environment and all. Also government has given very important thing in this because it's not the only central government. They have to also give vision to state government. What government has done, government has given very important vision to our state governments. What government has, this central government budget is doing, giving enhance outlay to scheme for financial assistance to states for capital investment. Means what is capital investment? Which can develop further future capital, which can be on development of roads, development of industries, development of productive activities. So for that, a state government will be given another, you can say, financial support by the state government. Similarly, government has asked them, if you are going for various power sector reforms or various new capital investments, there can be facilities help from the purpose of the central government for the purpose of development of the states. Similarly, you'll find that there are certain changes by the government in tax proposals also. And of course, people were expecting, this salaried class were expecting in the relief in income tax and all. But as I told you, government has given much more focus on giving important aspect of the entire economic basics, fundamentals of this economy, so that we'll find that in future you will have its benefit, its importance. Also, what state government is giving, that NPS, new pension schemes have been introduced, and all this central government employees and state government employees appointed after 2004 are getting, in 2004 onwards, getting new pension scheme. So in that earlier scheme was that 10% contribution of was the employee and 10% was given by the employer, that is central government or state government. Central government has already increased its share by 4%, 14% contribution of central government, 10% is of employee. Now it has extended to states also. In state government also, this government has given facilities, so the state government employees, the state government will also contribute 14%, so that they will have a good fund when they retired. Similarly, you will find that they have allowed taxpayer to have updated return within 2 years of correct 2 years. So if any income taxpayer he want to have any corrections in his earlier tax returns, he can have that facilities. Similarly, you will find that some changes are there on transfer of virtual assets, and 30% is there. Similarly, you will find that government has given importance to employment generation, because one is whatever I had discussed, which is aspect of knowledge economy, keeping in view the future of the knowledge based development, infrastructural development, policy issues. Now for just 5-10 minutes I will just wind it up and giving how importantly government has focused on employment generation. So what government is thinking for through Atmanirbhar Bharat, because as I told you, when you aspire to become a world class economy or future economy, when with the given combination favorable opportunity for you to become a strong and developed nation, you have to explore your own capabilities, and for that government of India has started Atmanirbhar Bharat. In that they are going to have various investments, various industries, and various small scale, so agriculture and all, everywhere you find that 16 lakh employment opportunity they are going to have. Similarly, another important thing which is a MSMEs, micro, small and medium scale enterprises, these are the backbone of Indian economy, and government of India has given boost to MSMEs with this, and giving them financial support, giving them help in various their development of their and whatever they could cover, not cover during this COVID time, some financial system, some connecting them with the various portals, with various assistance, financial assistance, research assistance, all these things. So making MSM is a very strong base, because that is a way you'll find that MSMEs are very important, and you'll find that MSMEs are not only contributing to economic growth, but also they are creating a huge employment for economy. Similarly, government of India is going to create new 60 lakhs employment opportunity in time to come. Then I'll discuss some of the welfare schemes that will be last. 80 lakhs housing under the PM Awas Yojana with a budget of rupees 48,000 crore. What government has thought about, actually the idea is to give people those who get affordable housing. Everybody should have a house, everybody should have a shelter, and government is doing continuing it for last many years, and now you'll find that time has come to extend it more. So this budget they have given 48,000 crores, so that 80 lakhs housing, new housing will be created for the people. Similarly, this drinking water is very important thing, because these are all the basic issues. So drinking water, they have also started har ghar nal se jal scheme, where they have introduced that 60,000 crore rupees is allotted, and with that 3.8 crore households which will be benefited through it. Also northeast area, which is there for, which has been away from developmental activities, now for last few years it has been properly given importance. They have allotted 1,500 crore for the development of Northeast, the various schemes. Similarly, the digital banking by post offices, 100% of post offices to come under the core banking system. So what will happen? All the banks and post office will be connected. Similarly, they are also giving opportunity for having 75 districts will have the digital banking units. So what will happen? We have created Jan Dhan account system. We also think about financial inclusion. But with these efforts, post office, banks, various banks, if they are interconnected, you'll find that the real financial inclusion can be achieved, and you'll find that everybody, all the citizens of the country will be part of the financial system. So you will find that this is overall, you can say the system is, the budget is there, which is giving a picture. Just rapidly, what I will do, I'll just tell you how rupee is coming. So there are basically, rupee comes, if you see, you'll find that income tax is the source of revenue of union budget. 15% of our revenue comes from income tax. Similarly, excise duty 7%. You will find corporate tax 15%. GST, it is GST also, it is 16%. Then customs 5%, and you will find that non-tax revenue 5%, and borrowing and other liabilities is 35%. So, and how rupee goes, how we are spending, you will find that the central sector scheme, where the central government does expenditure on various this various welfare scheme or schemes, 15% on that. You'll find that finance commission and others transfer. Finance commission is the commission which decides the transfer of resources through tax revenue to the various states. So it is 10%. Then you will find that states share of tax and duties, states share on tax and duties which is collected by central government is 17%. Then you will find that interest payment, the loan which we have taken, the government of India has taken loan, that 20% we are paying on interest, then 8% on subsidies, different types of subsidies, government is paying 8%. And you'll find that another important thing is centrally sponsored scheme, I told you. Then pension, 4% on pension. So this is what the entire budget analysis is there. I hope that the time is given to me 1 hour. So with this, if I, as a student of economics and as a whatever understanding I have about budget, I can say the background which I have given, which is opportunity time for India, knowledge based development, youth, the working population, productive age groups, these two combined becomes a huge potential for India, with a wonderful background and with a wonderful will for our country to become a developed nation, and also the targets set by the government to achieve it in the time to come. All this is resulting into a very sincere efforts which is reflected in Union Budget 22 to make India a future economy, to make India a strong economy. And as very correctly it has explained by the finance minister, that we are in the 75th year of independence we are celebrating. So after this is a budget which will make India a very strong after 25 years. It's a future budget. So I'm very sure that Indian philosophy of सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिना, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग भवेत्. This is what we need, and this is what government is doing, keeping all the sectors for the prosperity, giving help to everybody, good health. Nobody should have grief, everybody should have happiness, everybody should have good health, and everybody should remain happy in this country. This is what is reflected in this budget. Thank you very much. This is all from my side. Thank you very much again.
Thank you so much, sir, for briefing on budget and Indian economy, and very well explained about knowledge economy and demographic economy, and you explained it in a very simple and understandable language. So, if students, do you have any questions? So you can ask by unmuting yourself, or you could put it in a chat box.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Yes, sir. I'm Suryakan Gaikwad, first year student. Sir, you talked about development and taking economy forward, but how can we have a sustainable development? Because nowadays there is a problem of global warming and climate change. But how we can make or reduce carbon and pollution and then have a sustainable development? What is your perception about it?
Okay, thank you. You one thing which I have mentioned, that this government in this budget has taken care of climate change as well as given more importance to green bonds and green technology. So that, and also this coordination of various activities, highway, trans, transport activity, all what they are doing, they are trying that electrical vehicle importance to solar energy. All these are gradually will build up a system where you'll find that we can have more importance to green technologies. We can have more importance to sustainable development. Also, they have focus on urban planning. They are talking about urban planning, so that how we can minimize the you can say carbon emissions, so that in future how we can have a development with also keeping our environment in a safer mode and making life not only lengthy but qualitatively good, and have a better and happy life.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So Girish is asking why government leave it taxed on virtual assets.
Can you repeat?
Yeah. The question is why government levy tax on virtual assets?
Okay, so basically what happens when you develop various modes of digital transformation and digital asset and digital currency. Also, this type of this type of transactions should also be given the tax. It should also come in the tax bracket, because when we are going for this cryptocurrency has to be given tax. So because when people are using it, when it is a part of the economy, it should also they should also contribute. So that is why is the reason that we are going to have taxes on this virtual asset also.
Okay, thank you, sir. One more question. Any particular point or area missed in the budget from the government?
Actually, what happens? Budget is a huge activity, and if you ask any, for example, salaried class, they were looking for income tax relief. They wanted to have concession in ATC. They wanted to have some concession is those who are going for housing loan. But what happens when you are thinking about a broader perspective, when you think about the broader objective of the nation building, addressing each and everything with a given 1 year time is very difficult. So what government does, government keep a larger goal, and subsequently in different budgets, government try to address so that the cumulative effects of various budgets achieves our long term goals. So that is the idea. There may be some areas where we may not be saying that this time government did not give this important issue, but ultimately the idea is that we want to have a better tomorrow, and for that, if some sector is missing, or there may be, I'm saying there may be some areas where people could have, because corporate sector could feel that we should have got more facilities, or income taxpayers, they could have felt that I should have got some relief. But in general, I'll say yes, there may be some sectors which, but agriculture, MSMEs, these are the sectors which are considered to be the very important sectors. Government has given very high importance to it. Similarly, government has thought of green technology, green environmental protection. Government has thought of creation of infrastructure. That's the important thing. That's the actually key feature of this budget, developing infrastructure for future. And you'll find that if it is done, if it is implemented, time to come, we will be having fruits of these all efforts. In within few years, you'll find that our economy will actually have very high standards of economic activities.
Yes, sir. Thank you. One more question from my end. What did the common man get from their budget, like from 2022 and 23?
uh, Common men, all things, everything is for common person. What happens, there are certain schemes which our government is already have implemented. For example, Ayushman Bharat, or what you get free food for this during COVID time, or health insurance, or durghatna this bima, or all so many government this facilities are there. So these are all the for common people. So BPL people, if they can go with their own one card and can get good this health facilities at a good hospital, that's a wonderful thing. Similarly, education, even BPL, if a poor boy can go and get good education in various schools, that's achievement. Similarly, you'll find that this is what, if, when the infrastructure will be developed, you'll find that while construction of roads, while construction of various infrastructure activities, huge employment will be generated. One thing I missed, I just, because budget is so huge, government has, after many years, will find that our capital expenditure has increased. So capital expenditure means what? Expansion of this productive activity in the economy. So you will have more production, more activities of development. So when such thing will happen, automatically two things will have direct impact. One is that income generation, and income generation through employment generation. and also productive capacity will be built in the nation. So all these things will have a cumulative effect. Only thing, it will take some time to get the results which we are expecting. But ultimately, with this effect, there will be a concrete changes in the employment generation. Okay, and that will be removing poverty, removing this issues of disparity of income permanently.
So what we think as like we see in the budget, like the prices of petrol are being raised and the gas. So uh, why these things are not getting lowered prices? Like
Okay, so what I wanted to address is that you are all management students, you know, and management students should think how we can have better income, because an economy functions because of demand, expenditure. So you should focus on earning more, you know, earning more. So government has tried to address these issues, creating employment. Once you get good job, you can spend money. So that is a permanent solution. So this is transition period. You'll find that the efforts of all this policy will result, and people will have good. So we are also expecting the next year our growth rate will be high. So when growth rate increases, production increases, productive capacity increases, business flourishes, services flourishes, ultimately it will reflect in employment, and that employment will be generated. So once employment will be generated, people will have good income, they will have good purchasing power. When good purchasing power, good business will be expanded. So all round there will be gain for economy and society.
yes, sir. Thank you so much. So anybody has any question, or else we can conclude the session. Okay, sir, can we conclude the session now?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, thank you. Now, on behalf of all the students and staff, I'm glad to be standing here to express my vote of thanks. A special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Chandrasekhar Arunkar sir, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us today. Sincere thanks to our director, Dr. Kirti Dharwadkar ma'am. I also thank our head of department, Dr. Anish Kumar Karya sir, and all the faculty members for their valuable guidance. Last but not least, I thanks all the students for their presence and active participation in the session. Thank you once again. Now I request all the students to fill the feedback form for the today's session. I'm giving you the link in the chat box. So please fill the feedback form.